much. Time right now is 8:17. It's been 1 week now since flying bullets sent shoppers running for cover at Brass Mill Center Mall in Waterbury. Police say a dispute led to 5 people being shot. Now, thankfully, everyone is expected to recover. But as we know, that's not always the case. All across the country, public spaces like malls, schools, parades, and grocery stores are becoming crime scenes. And we want to make sure you and your family are prepared if danger unexpectedly comes your way. So here with me now is retired Fairfield Police Chief Gary MacNamara to share some safety tips. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Is it an important topic when you think of what happened in Waterbury, you think about what happened in Boulder, Colorado just earlier this week? It's such a scary time.
Sure.
People need to be aware. How do we protect ourselves nowadays?
Well, the learning from these incidents really starts after an incident. You know, police don't want the incidents to occur, but for all of us, we have to learn from it.
Yeah.
And the first thing, there's a few things we have to do, is understand that violence is complicated, but you can look for simple reactions and simple solutions to it. The first thing, especially in a mall, is to be aware of your surroundings. Many people are always distracted by where they're going, their phone, their electronic device. Just be aware of your surroundings. I'm not saying never use your phone, but if you're looking down at your phone, you can always hear for disruptions. You can always get a sense that there might be something going on. That's the first thing, is to be aware of your surroundings. The second thing is the power of your imagination. Police officers do it all the time. They ask 2 questions. What if? What if you're in a mall and you hear a gunshot or what sounds like a gunshot? What are you going to do? The time to ask the question is before it happens. Or if you see a fight occurring, or if you see a shoplifter that's being confronted by security, what would you do? The best thing to do is leave the area, but you have to ask that question ahead of time.
So you're suggesting play out the scenarios in your head. So walk into a room, scan the room, look for the exits, think what if, what would I do? Why is that so key? Because when something actually happens, you don't have time to think.
Well, that's right. You don't want to be a deer in the headlights. You want to already know what to do. And you might be the only one running, but so what? At least it could be nothing. But I'd rather run from something that turns out to be nothing than look around and say, where should I go? So always have that plan in place. A restaurant, a bank, wherever you are. Again, you don't have to be crippled by fear. You just have to always search this out. Take control of the situation that you can control, because there's stuff you can't control in a crisis.
You think about schools, I think about Columbine back in 1999. We learned so much over the decades, but these school shootings keep happening. How are schools doing? What can they do more so to be more secured and to be more prepared when danger strikes?
Well, I think schools and even malls and law enforcement, we cooperate very well in technology and the use of technology, but ultimately we have to train the people. We have to have these kind of discussions to make sure that your safety always starts with you first. Understand your surroundings. Know what's there. So if you're in a school and if you're a parent of a young child, understand what technology, what resources they have. Talk to your kids. But our children have always grown up now, unfortunately, with this run, hide, and fight mentality. And it's very simple. If you find yourself in a situation, regardless of where it is, run away if you can. And run quickly, and run to hopefully the plan that you put in place. Run to an area that you have already said, what if it happens here? If you can't run, if you feel that you just can't run, you're trapped, or you just don't know where to go, then you hide. You become a ghost. They can't hurt you if they can't find you, and that's really the concept. That means you're hidden and there's no sound. And then ultimately, unfortunately, if you find you're in a position that you can't run and you can't hide, then the option would be, your only option would be to fight. And those are those run, hide, and fight mentality. It applies to school, it applies to malls, it applies elsewhere. However, the most important part, you don't want to find yourself in that position in the first place. That's why you be aware. That's why you ask the questions of what I would do if I find myself. And if you find a disruption in your day, at a mall, you hear a fight, you hear something occurring, a loud crash, a loud boom, do something.
Yeah, distractions are key. Don't be distracted. Chief MacNamara, thank you so much for coming on. So valuable, just having that run, fight, hide, and fight. So key. Thank you so much for being here.
Great. Thanks
really
for having me.
appreciate it. We're sending it back to